Good afternoon and welcome to Scotstoun Stadium in Glasgow for our opening match in round 3 of the Celtic Challenge as Glasgow Warriors take on the Wolfhounds. Well, these sides have had contrasting fortunes in the opening 2 rounds of the Celtic Challenge. It's been a tough start to the competition for Glasgow Warriors with 2 away games to start their campaign, and they currently prop up the table after suffering defeats at the hands of Edinburgh Rugby and then league leaders Gwalia Lightning. But they'll be excited to play their first home game here today at Scotstoun. Well, the Wolfhounds have come from behind on both occasions, and their games so far beat Irish rivals, the Clovers, in week 1, and then Edinburgh Rugby last Saturday, and they sit second in the table on points difference behind Gwalia Lightning. Well, delighted to be joined in commentary this afternoon by Hannah Telling, the Hillhead Jordan Hill captain. Hannah, good afternoon. Now, I've heard nothing but great things about Glasgow Warriors and how they've integrated the new women's team into the club. You'll know many of these girls well, I'm sure you'll have spoken to them. I've no doubt they're hugely excited to play here in front of home support for the first time. What will it mean to them to run out here at Scotstoun?
Hi Bruce, lovely to be with you today. No, I think it's so exciting. It's great for the girls. It's fantastic to have a team at Glasgow Warriors finally, and I think they're going to be so excited. Beautiful day, lovely pitch, great crowd. Really, really excited to see how they get on.
Well, based purely on results so far, you'd have to say the Wolfhounds are favourites this afternoon, but still very early days in the competition. What do Glasgow have to do well today to beat this Wolfhounds side?
Well, I think Glasgow, they've had a tough start so far. They've been away for 2 games, so I'm really excited to see how they're going to do at home and with this home support. I think they've also shown they're a fantastic team in defence. It'll be really nice to see them with a bit more attacking play today, because I think we saw in the last 10 minutes of the last game, the second half of the first game against Edinburgh, they're a real threat in attack, and we'd like to see a bit more of that.
Well, let's have a look at the teams now. Glasgow Warriors head coach Chris Laidlaw said this week, as a group we're excited about the opportunity to play our first ever home game at Scotstoun. We're happy with the progress last week in certain parts of our game. We know we need to improve even more this week to be competitive against a strong and experienced Wolfhounds team. So Laidlaw has made 4 changes to the starting team, defeated at Cardiff Arms Park 6 days ago. Ailey Tucker wins a start at loosehead prop after scoring 2 tries off the bench last weekend, taking her overall tally to 3 tries so far in the competition. Scotland international Louise McMillan is once again released by Saracens and starts in the back row alongside Lucy Winter and Alex Love. And the other changes come in the back 3, with Carla MacDonald starting at fullback, and Phaedra Snailham of Stuartry Sirens makes her debut on the left wing. Manny MacDonald and Katie Ainsworth once again combine at half-back, and Lucy McRae and Claudia McLaren continue their partnership in the centres. And Glasgow have gone for a 6-2 split on the bench, with scrum half and co-captain Rhea Clark among the replacements. And the Wolfhounds, they're made up of players from the Ulster and Leinster provinces, and they made 6 changes to the starting team, which defeated Edinburgh last Saturday. Their head coach Neil Alcorn said, "We were delighted with another win last weekend against a very strong Edinburgh side, and happy with the team performance. We still have areas to keep improving on." Made some changes to the squad which create opportunities for players. So last week's skipper Hannah O'Connor moves forward to the second row, where she partners Keelan Brady. Molly Boyne comes into the back row and takes over the captaincy, and Aideen Murtagh is promoted from the bench to start at blindside flanker. 2 changes in the back division see Niamh Marley and Katie Corrigan start on the wings. And the old Belvedere pairing at half-back continues this week, with Katie Whelan once again partnering last week's player of the match, Irish international Dan O'Brien. Well, Hannah, they're a very long guard of honour out on the Scotstoun pitch here. Looks superb.
No, it looks wonderful. It's great to see so many girls and young women playing rugby, getting really into it, and it looks pretty fantastic. I would want to tackle any of them if I was me.
And been a real feature of the Celtic Challenge so far. It has caught the imagination of the public. There's a great support in here. We had 2,000 or so spectators watched the Edinburgh-Glasgow derby in week 1. I know Edinburgh had about 1,000 last week. It's hard to guess here in Scotstoun, but I'm guessing something similar today.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the many hundreds, hopefully hitting 1,000, and more are coming in at the gates every minute. It's just great to see so much support, and I think it's proof that if you build it, they will come. So great to see so much interest in women's rugby. Long may it continue.
That'll be your only movie quote of the day, or should we look forward to some more?
Oh, I'm sure there'll be plenty. There'll be a kind of highlight reel at the end that I'm sure will embarrass me for years to come.
Or just as we're waiting on the teams coming out, pick 2 or 3 players that you think will be influential this afternoon.
For me, I think Ailey Tucker, starting prop for Glasgow Warriors. I think she's been fantastic so far. She came off the bench for about 9 minutes last week and scored 2 tries, had a great first game. I'm also really excited for Carla McDonald at fullback. I think it's huge. She plays 10. She plays for my club, Hillhead Jordan Hill, and I think she's going to have a fantastic game. And then also, I'm being biased again, but Mary McDonald, Carla's older sister, also used to play for Hills, is making great strides down south in Exeter and playing for the Scotland team. I think she's been fantastic the first 2 games. Really excited to see them kind of dominating the back and hopefully having lots and lots of attacking play.
You mentioned Carla McDonald there, playing at fullback, more accustomed to playing at fly half. Seems to be the way of the world now, that dual playmaker role. We would expect to maybe see her slot in at 10 or at the first receiver position this afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's great having 2 playmakers on the pitch. I think we've seen it happening quite a lot with some of the men's teams. We saw it in the World Cup. Marcus Smith doing very exciting things, and I think, yeah, it's a really exciting way of having an extra decision maker on the pitch, someone else who can see the game from afar. And Carla's got a really good kick on her. She's very clever with her kicks, so I'm excited to see what she can do from the backfield today. Really control the ball in the air and hopefully set up some really nice attacking play.
4 Scotland internationals in the Glasgow Warriors squad this afternoon. 2 or 3 more in that Wolfhounds squad that you mentioned. Carla McDonald, her sister Mary, currently with Exeter Chiefs. One of 2 players started for Scotland against Spain at the Hive Stadium back in September. Louise McMillan, the other one, and will be an old clubmate of yours. I'm not sure if you overlapped or not at Hillhead Jordan Hill. I think you said that earlier. Currently with Saracens, already amassed 42 Scotland caps. She seems to be around forever. I think made her debut when she was 18, 19 years old back in, what, that'd be 2016, but just vast experience and really key for this team.
Yeah, no, I've had the great pleasure of playing with Louise McMillan for many years, learnt a lot from her. I also think it's wonderful that she's getting to play this game, first home game at Glasgow Warriors. She was part of a little contingent of players who used to train at Scotstoun for years, and I think it's great she's coming out, pulling on the home strip, playing at the home stadium for the first time. So go well, Louise.
Well, here come the teams. First of all, the Wolfhounds, led by their captain Molly Boyne. Hannah O'Connor captained the side in the first 2 rounds, but Molly Boyne comes in an open side flank today. The Railway Union and Leinster player. She will very much lead from the front. And it looks like the Wolfhounds will play from left to right in this first half. And just wait for the crowd noise here. Emma Turner, the Carstorphon Cougars player, will be the first captain to lead out the Glasgow Warriors women's side here at Scotstoun. And listen to the noise from the Warrior Nation.
Really great to see them all running out in front of the home crowd onto a fantastic pitch. Here we go.
We didn't mention the surface, absolutely superb artificial surface, so along with weather conditions today, it could not be better.
Yeah, we've actually got sunshine in the west coast of Scotland. It doesn't happen very often. We're all very confused when it does happen, but it's nice it's managed to come out today.
Well, the referee this afternoon, Sam O'Neill, will be assisted by Mary Pringle and Johnny Sim. And it's Katie Ainsworth who ignites this one with a short restart, not dealt with by the Wolfhounds. The referee playing an advantage to the Warriors, readjusting themselves in attack. That bounces unkindly at the knees of Ailey Tucker. 3 tries so far in the competition. So we'll come back for the first scrum of the day.
Yeah, that was a really clever kick-off there. I think recognised that the Wolfhounds were sitting quite deep. Nice little short kick, just went on the 10 metres and caused a lot of issues, and now they've got a really good platform. The first attack of the game.
So Mary McDonald, the Exeter Chiefs and Scotland scrum half, standing with ball in hand. The referee not happy with the first engagement. Front row there of Ailey Tucker of Watsonians, Nikki Simpson of Geary and Ailey Fleming of Stirling County. Up against Linda Jugang, 32 Irish caps, on the loose head side of the scrum for the Wolfhounds. Sarah Delaney, who scored last week, 2 caps also. And Sophie Barrett on the tight head side of the scrum for the Wolfhounds.
Set.
The ball played away from McDonald to Katie Ainsworth, and then out into the midfield, and there's some space down the left touchline. McLaren couldn't get that ball away. Phaedra Snailham on her debut today, the Stuartry Sirens player, and their first touch of the ball. Strong carry.
Well done for playing away.
Nice Turner, and Ainsworth on to Ailey Tucker. Pulls the ball out to the back division, and Lucy McRae, who's been impressive for Glasgow Warriors so far, finds some space and takes play up to the Wolfhounds 10 metre line. Ailey Tucker again drives hard into contact. Such a strong ball carrier. Ainsworth again, and Emma Turner just hit as she tried to release that ball, driven back to halfway. Still the Warriors in possession.
Taken back now.
Ainsworth stabs that ball through. Again bounces unkindly. The referee says no knock on. Just came off the knees of Katie Corrigan, the old Belvedere right wing. And 4 old Belvedere players in the Wolfhounds back division today. Ball back with Glasgow Warriors. Tick and go through the forwards. Big charge by Ailey Fleming, the Stirling County prop. Back to Ainsworth again. She's so dangerous. Skips out the first tackle. Fights her way up to the 22. Lovely play by the Stirling County fly half. And Lucy Winter started the campaign number 8, back in her preferred position as open side flanker. Another Scotland international. The Glasgow Warriors have advantage. Can roll the dice here. A lovely tip on again by Ailey Tucker, who's been prominent with ball in hand so far.
No advantage. Number 6.
It's a good play by Glasgow Warriors. And a lovely break by Katie Ainsworth.
Yeah, what a fantastic start. It's kind of exactly what we wanted to see, and we're starting to see how threatening they could be in attack.
Ball clear. Yeah. Just wait.
You can see there the break from Ainsworth, just growing in confidence as the competition has gone on. And she only needs half a gap. Lightning acceleration. Some treatment to one of the Wolfhounds players. Seems to be okay. And Carla McDonald, Hillhead Jordan Hill fullback, stabs that ball into the corner about 8 metres out from the Wolfhounds try line.
Wait, hold. Front person.
So Nikki Simpson with her first throw of the afternoon. And for the 6+1 line out, Lucy Winter standing off the line out there. That's been overthrown and snapped up by the Wolfhounds. I feel that Glasgow Warriors will have to take the most of these opportunities this afternoon. And a clearing kick there by Dana O'Brien off the left foot. The Wolfhounds, and Ireland fly half takes play up to the Wolfhounds 10 metre line.
Yeah, Mary McDonald there just telling her players to settle down a little bit. I just think they need to calm. It will come, opportunities will come, and just need to settle into the game and get things going. But really, really positive start so far.
A 5+1 line out this time. Again, Lucy Winter, and again the same mistake, just not quite getting the timing on the throw right. So the Wolfhounds with ball that Glasgow really should have had. And the Irish forwards, a strong drive up over halfway. Played away by Katie Whelan, who's in the Irish squad, doesn't yet have a cap. I feel it won't be too long before she does. Tackle made on the Glasgow Warriors 10-metre line. Again, nice tip on. That was a real feature of the Wolfhounds play last week, caused the Edinburgh defence real problems. That tip on close to the line, it's not knocked on. Tackle by, I think, Katie Ainsworth, but away go the Wolfhounds up into the 22, galloping towards the try line. Glasgow defence hurriedly try and reorganise. Linda Jugang picks, stop just short. Glasgow Warriors, 2 opportunities from lineouts at the other end of the pitch, suddenly find themselves defending, strung along their own goal line. The Wolfhounds go to the right, a big hit, dislodges the ball. And great defence by Glasgow Warriors. They'll be annoyed that they're back there on their goal line, but a lovely tackle, dislodges the ball, and they win themselves a scrum.
Yeah, there's nothing more confidence boosting than putting in a thumping tackle on your own 5-metre line, winning that scrum back, and it gives them another platform to reset and get back up the pitch.
It went on an angle, but she was always from the back. Just a quick one, really good work on the offside. Let's make sure those pillars are always making that. Sorry, time off. The pillars are always making sure. Again, onside. So far, it's been really good. Okay.
I think Wolfhounds have had a good start. They conceded quite a lot of ground there, but they've come back out with with some really, really strong carries up the pitch. And you can see why they've done so well in their first 2 games. I think Glasgow will be a wee bit disappointed they managed to concede so much ground, but plenty of time to go.
Sophie Barrett, the Wolfhounds tight head prop there. Menniskillen and Railway Union. Also Ulster galloping into the 22. You can already see how dangerous they will be with ball in hand. The Warriors survived on this occasion, still 0-0 here at Scotstoun in round 3 of the Celtic Challenge, 7 minutes played. Pressure comes on from the Wolfhounds at scrum time. It's picked up at the base by Alex Love. That's a good carry by the number 8.
Yeah, that's fine.
5 metres or so. And Glasgow come back to the left to set up the kick. Katie Ainsworth standing directly behind the breakdown.
Good.
Mary McDonald, though, take on kicking duties herself here. It's taken by Dana O'Brien, carried back into the 22. And 2 or 3 quick passes. It's the ball out to space down the Wolfhounds left flank. Again, a strong carry takes play into the 22. Another carrying off the go to the left. Saw there was space there. Carry again by Niamh Marley. The Wolfhounds going very close here. Stopped a metre or 2 short. The troops massing for the Wolfhounds. Trying to burrow their way to the line. Once again, stopped just short. Hayley Tucker comes forward, makes a good tackle. And this time they go a little wider. And over they go. Have they managed to get that ball down? Sam O'Neill on the spot says the ball held up.
That's classic Glasgow Warriors defence at the moment. I think they had multiple times where they managed to defend, hold a ball up in the last game and the game before. So again, another confidence boost for them, chance to clear their lines and reset.
Can we make sure they're behind you for the kick as well?
An area of the game that the Warriors take real pride in. I mentioned earlier that they could have conceded several more tries down in Wales last weekend if it wasn't for brilliant defence. We can already see how good their defence is today. The Wolfhounds will come back at them again from that goal line dropout. Play just outside the Warriors 22. Again, just shifting that ball. Quick look to the right hand side there by Katie Whelan. Placed to the left. Scrappy pass, but still.
You okay?
Well, in fact, no, that has been turned over by the Warriors.
We're outside. No.
Bit of confusion there. I think that ball was intended for Lucy Winter. No harm done. Katie Ainsworth, and there is space down the left touchline. Just execution letting Glasgow down there, but good strength by Phaedra Snellam on her debut.
Push, back up, good.
Good carry by Ellie Williamson, one of 2 West of Scotland players in the Warriors pack today. It's taken well by Ella Durkin, Blackrock College fullback. And the onslaught continues from the Wolfhounds. Pass out into the midfield, and again acceleration. In go the hands of Lucy Winter, unable to effect the turnover there, and then Linda Jugang, who scored on week 1 against the Clovers, was exceptional against Edinburgh last week at the Hive Stadium. Always a very willing ball carrier. A loud blast in the whistle of the referee, holding on the deck. Penalty Glasgow.
Again, some of that cracking Warriors defence there, but I think they really need to get some territory here and give them a chance to attack, because it is pretty knackering having to defend constantly. So hopefully a good touch finder here.
Well, they've not found a touch, so more defence to be done from Glasgow. Ailey Tucker just drags down the Irish player by the back of their shirt, or they were gone. Linda Jugang once again. The Wolfhounds play to the right. There's space here. Out it goes to Katie Corrigan.
Advantage 12 entry.
And the referee now playing an advantage to the Wolfhounds side entry. Again, carry by Sophie Barrett.
12 entry.
And penalty now to the Wolfhounds. That ball stolen a minute or 2 ago by Lucy Winter. Felt that relieved the pressure on the Warriors, but then the missed kick to touch, and suddenly the pressure piled back on them.
Yeah, now they're facing a likely 5 metre line out. Having to defend that is pretty tricky, particularly if Wolfhounds look to use a driving maul, setting up as if they're potentially going to do that. So we're going to see maybe a good bit of maul defence here. I do like seeing a maul.
Sarah Delaney finds her jumper, and then the ball fed back to the hooker. She already has 2 tries to her name in the campaign. This should be her 3rd. The easiest of tries for Sarah Delaney. A good line out by the Wolfhounds. Very quickly got themselves set, so well organised in that facet of the game. And the Wolfhounds go over for the first try of the afternoon.
Yeah, that was a textbook maul try. Always great. I'm a forward myself, so it's always great you score that. You feel like the whole pack has scored it. But no, they set up really, really well. And once that gets going, once that gets rumbling, it's practically impossible to stop, particularly when you're that close out. But plenty of positive signs for Glasgow, so time to kind of pick themselves up, restart and go again.
Just a look again at that line-out drive.
Thanks.
It was Delaney who piles over. Scored last week against Edinburgh, scored the week before against the Clovers. I hate to call it easy because there's a huge amount of hard work in there, but from the hooker's point of view, she just had to stay in control. The pack in front of her, we're always going to get that one over the try line. Dana O'Brien, 10 caps for Ireland and 47 points for her country, catches that one beautifully. Up go the flags. And it's Glasgow Warriors 0, the Wolfhounds 7.
Yeah, that was a lovely kick right to the sticks and a really good try from the hooker there. I think it's always nice when the hooker gets to score from a driving maul. You've got all of the stress of having to throw the ball into the line out, so it's nice when you just get to sit at the back, let your teammates do the work, and then just pop over the line for the score.
The Irish side's always so good at the line out. And sadly for Glasgow Warriors, 2 overthrows at the line out around about 5 minutes before that try was conceded. He'll be frustrated because that's what allowed the Wolfhounds to gain territory in the Glasgow half. But Katie Ainsworth of the pass. Udra Snellam looking to go on the outside, cuts back inside. Good play by the Rd3 Sirens winger. However, the Warriors support a little slow to get there, holding on the deck. And once again, the penalty goes the way of the Wolfhounds.
Yeah, they just want to protect that ball when they've got it. They haven't had too many chances yet, and I think essentially they just need a little bit more time on the ball, a little bit more time on attack, get themselves settled so they're not just constantly defending.
Glasgow on the line. Cute. You on the line, Glasgow?
Dana O'Brien punches that ball
make sure we don't
into touch.
Present the ball carrier.
Down this stand side touch line. A little further out, will the Wolfhounds set the drive again, or will they play away?
Oh, in the 5.
Well, why not do what's been working for you? Football fed back once again to Sarah Delaney. And again, the maul initially well organised. Rather broken up, but the Wolfhounds again starting to get some momentum. It's gone to deck though. The referee happy with that. And we play on. It's the Wolfhounds again camped inside the Glasgow Warriors 22. Again, there's that tip on. It's to keep the Warriors defence guessing. Around the corner from the forwards, led by Linda Jugang, Belvedere prop. And then again, it's that tip, finding spaces in the Warriors' defence. Sam O'Neill keeping the Warriors' defence onside. Strung across the pitch, about 7 metres out from their own try line. Be desperate not to concede again here. And the angle in there by Niamh Marley. However, forward pass and the Warriors survive.
Thanks.
Again, I think they're showing how strong they can be in defence. There was a great double tackle there by Emma Turner and Ailey Tucker, which, yeah, I would want to be on the receiving end of that. Thumping tackle there, and I think that set up a little bit of nervousness in the Wolfhounds in their attack, and then the next pass goes forward.
There's some big tacklers on both sides in the Celtic Challenge. It's been very physical. 6-day turnaround for Glasgow, having played last Sunday. The Wolfhounds defeated Edinburgh at Hive Stadium last Saturday and an extra day's recovery.
Bind. Set.
Ball in and out of that Warriors scrum, no hanging around, back to Ainsworth. Doesn't find touch, that's well taken by Ella Durkin because it was a horrible bounce. She's tackled by Ailey Tucker just outside the 22, then the dummy throw in this time. They offload, they keep the ball alive. Tackle by Carla McDonald at the back, just 2 or 3 metres out from her own try line. It's the Wolfhounds on the charge once again. That's a great drive through the forwards. Just inches short of the Warriors try line. Linda Jugang. And over she goes. The loose head prop scores her second try of the competition. And the Wolfhounds, as soon as they get ball in hand, incredibly physical, strong drives.
Just quickly on that one. Did you see you started to go on
It's
the
Linda
angle?
Jugang who scores the Wolfhounds' second try of the afternoon.
Yeah, the Wolfhounds have just been ruthless in attack so far. They've clearly got a game plan, they're sticking to it. They're very, very strong, got some good strong runners, good tip balls inside and out. And they're doing very, very well.
Thanks. On the next one, actually. Thanks.
That was a lovely inside pass there as they went into the 22. It's those short passes, the interplay between the forwards, that's causing the Glasgow Warriors defence real problems.
Yeah, it just changes the line of attack. It just means you're set for a tackle and then suddenly the ball's gone to your inside or your outside player. It just means that the defence really, really have to switch on. That's incredibly tiring to do. There are some good tackles coming in. It's just, yeah, it's just the moment. Wolfhounds have had chances and they're being ruthless and they're taking them when they come.
Well, successful conversion once again by Dana O'Brien.
Alright.
It's the Wolfhounds now a very healthy 14 points advantage.
21. Is that forward or back?
Ball not taken cleanly
Thank you.
from the restart by the Wolfhounds, and Glasgow Warriors, they need some luck. Here's Ellie Tucker again.
Okay, it's okay.
Fights her way forward. Back to Ainsworth, and behind Ellie Williamson. Crowd given something to get excited about for the first time in about 10 minutes here at Scotstoun. Carried by the captain, Emma Turner. Ainsworth again. There's a nice tip on from McMillan to Tucker. Play now inside the Wolfhounds 22. Ainsworth again, out the back to Lucy McRae. The young inside centre has been impressive for the Warriors. And Nikki Simpson, Akiri Hooker. Ainsworth again, just pulling the strings. No options for the pass there. For the second time in the game, just ghosts her way through a gap. Ailey Fleming then with the carry. Ball though knocked on by the Warriors as they look to go through the phases in the 22, but more positive signs.
Yeah, very much so. I think you see patches of play like that and you see just how dangerous they can be in attack. There were some really strong carries from Ailey Tucker, Lucy McRae snaking away through the defence. There's lots of positive signs here. They just need to put it all together and get some points on the board.
Lucy McRae played at fullback for the Scotland under-18 side last year, but looking very much at home inside centre for the Warriors so far. Third outing alongside Claudia McLaren. McRae from Edinburgh University, Claudia McLaren, Stirling County Centre.
So I want to shout you physio on?
Yeah, part of that really, really successful Edinburgh University setup under Claire Cruikshank. I was very lucky to play at Edinburgh University as well. All of my teammates went on to fantastic things. So playing with the likes of Helen Nelson, Rona Lloyd, Holly Davidson, Scotland's first professional referee. So it's great to see Edinburgh University doing so well still, and you know, producing players of such talent.
Lucy McRae, one of two Edinburgh University players in the Glasgow Warriors squad this afternoon. The other co-captain, Rhea Clark. The speakers are right in front of our commentary position here. The choice of music is always good at Scotstoun.
Yeah, get the crowd boogieing. There's a few people cutting some shapes I can see from my position. Mainly the younger ones.
So again, a quick recap of the first 20 minutes. Glasgow looked very dangerous at the start. They had two opportunities from lineouts that they will be frustrated with, and ultimately from that, the turnovers, the Wolfhounds found their way downfield, scored their first try from the line-out drive through Sarah Delaney, and then shortly after Linda Gigang. So worth their lead, but they'll no doubt be from some frustration in the Warriors camp.
Yeah, and I think it's now how you manage that frustration. I think ideally they want to manage that frustration into some aggression against Wolfhounds. Let's get hands on ball, keep hold of the ball, use that aggression to burst their way through the line as we just saw. What you don't want to see is heads starting to go down and getting frustrated, because that's when more mistakes will start happening. But every faith that it's all going to go up from here. Good platform for them to attack from if they can get this ball back.
That's a real blow for the Wolfhounds as their try scorer, Linda Gigan. 32 caps for Ireland. That's a huge amount of experience to lose in the front row. Played something like 75 minutes against Edinburgh last week. You can see her on screen there, leaving the field. Not quite sure with injury. She's certainly walking comfortably. So hopefully nothing too serious. Let's see what that does to the Wolfhounds scrum. Aoife Moore coming on in the front row. Well, there you go. Pressure on this time from Glasgow Warriors. Wolfhounds scrum going backwards, and hurried clearance by Dana O'Brien. She never seems to be fazed by anything though.
Yeah, no, she didn't at all. She was very, very calm under pressure there. Got a really good clearance in, but I thought it was really interesting to see that scrum. Always difficult to come on as a replacement and go right into a scrum against an opposition front row who've been at it for the first 20 minutes. I think we saw a really strong Glasgow scrum there, so hopefully that's a platform they can start using and taking advantage of.
The third line out of the afternoon for the Warriors. And the first successful one, that's Emma Turner, the captain off the top. Out into the midfield, Ailey Tucker again. That trademark carry of the Watsonians, loose head. Then there's a gap round the side of the breakdown. Mary McDonald goes through. The referee comes back. No advantage there for the Warriors.
Yeah, I said at the beginning I was really excited to see Ailey Tucker play. Having played against her, I can confirm it's not very nice tackling Ailey Tucker when she's got any speed going. She's really strong, very fast, very dynamic, and so it's great to see against the speed. And then also really nice quick thinking there from Mary McDonald. Just snipes the ball, makes a few metres, and they've got another good platform to attack from here.
Nikki Simpson, hopefully feeling a little more relaxed. I hit her captain. The last line out does so again, and this time Warriors set them all. Back it comes though, out to Lucy McRae. Dancing feet goes past the first tackle. Just to get the ball clear as well to hold on to it in the end. Almost lost that over her shoulder. Well, she has, has she? Yes, that's been stolen by the Wolfhounds, so frustration again for the Warriors. And that, the educated left boot of Dana O'Brien takes play up the far touchline.
Okay.
Another good clearing kick there from the Wolfhounds fullbacks. But a chance to back in the same position, so a chance for Warriors to reset, go again, let's see what happens.
Nikki Simpson to Emma Turner again, and out into the midfield. It's another strong carry.
Tackle now, hands away!
By the Warriors. They go to the left again, ball pulled out the back to Katie Ainsworth. So the Warriors look to get that ball out into the wider channels. Hayley Fleming.
We got a rip there, so there's no knock on.
That ball dislodged. You perhaps hear the referee saying the ball was ripped, so no knock on, but it is in the possession of the Wolfhounds, and they do have numbers up this right touchline. Big carry again by Niamh Marley. Takes play up towards halfway. The forwards. Ailey Tucker again in on the tackle. Back it goes to O'Brien. She sees space in behind. Doesn't quite get her angles right, so that should run dead. So we'll come all the way back to where that ball was kicked from.
Yeah, it was a nice idea of that kick. And she saw the space in behind Carla McDonald, hoping to put some pressure on there, but just a little bit too long, and it brings the ball all the way back up to just past the halfway.
Yeah.
Dan O'Brien was excellent with the boot last week. Crossfield kicks at 2 occasions, finding a winger, one of which resulted in a try.
We're all going together, forward together, stay square. We all stay square, okay? Crouch!
So Glasgow Warriors, having been under a bit of pressure in the first few scrums of the game, seem to have the upper hand in the last one. Change in the front row for the Wolfhounds. Niamh Moore coming on for Linda Jugan. And away goes Mary McDonald. Into Katie Ainsworth again. Through a gap. And Ainsworth heading straight for that try line. Arcs off to her left. Eventually brought down inside the Wolfhounds 22. Great play again by the Stirling County fly half. Can Glasgow Warriors get themselves on the scoreboard here? The Wolfhounds seem to have their defence reorganised for now. Ball lost again, frustration Glasgow Warriors just not able to keep a hold of that ball when they get inside the Wolfhounds 22. Katie Ainsworth really on fire this afternoon.
Yeah, she's been great. That was such a good run there. It set up a really, really positive attack. There are some really positive signs here. They just need some points on the board. I think they'll give the entire team such a boost.
Time off. Time's up. Thank you. Yeah. As long as you don't kick it further up.
No, I didn't.
I'm not saying you would. Fair enough.
You've got to say that in the main, there've been unforced errors as well. Those drop balls, the pass doesn't look like it's terrible. I'm not sure if the Warriors are just aware of the Wolfhounds' defensive line coming up quickly, if they're thinking ahead to their next pass. But they have had opportunities, and as you say, they just need to get themselves across that try line, and they would feel so much better about things.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's that pressure of the scoreboard, that little bagel. You're very aware that you really need points. You're very aware of the position you're in. You're very aware that you're close to the try line, and it just puts that a bit of additional pressure. And your brain and your hands don't quite match up quickly, and then it's just a little knock-on. But I really do think they get the score, they'll settle down, and there are some really, really positive signs here against a team that, you know, let's remember, have been unbeaten in their first 2 rounds.
I've just told her, just because that side went down, okay, just make sure we both stay square on this side. Yeah, I'd agree. I think she may have went minor, and I think you then just followed, but a lot more extreme.
Just another break in play.
Yeah. But it's, just keep
treatment.
Keep it up. Otherwise, are you okay with the engagement?
A chance for everybody to take a breather. Certainly been played at a quick pace as well.
Okay, we all good? Water off, please.
Tired just watching them.
Oh, is that, sorry, she been seen too? Yeah, I know.
2 tries so far for the Wolfhounds. Scored 5 against Edinburgh last week and 3 against Irish rivals, the Clovers, the week before, so they know their way to the try line. Sarah Delaney, the hooker, scoring the first try today, followed by her front row colleague Linda Jugang, who sadly left the field shortly after.
Set. Hold, don't.
The pressure comes on from the Glasgow Warriors scrum, and a scrappy ball goes back, picked up well by Dan O'Brien, and then the Warriors win themselves a penalty.
Fantastic, and once again we're seeing that scrum come into play. I think that was very much forwards doing their job properly there. Gave a really good platform for Maz McDonald to fly off the back of that scrum, and then Louise McMillan putting loads and loads of pressure on the Wolfhounds fly half.
Started there, she slipped to ground, and then it's smacked.
That's quite a sight. Louise McMillan coming straight at you.
Otherwise, I'd agree with you.
Made the tackle. It perhaps looked high. You would maybe hear the referee saying it wasn't high because Dan O'Brien was already going to deck. And then the ball turned over by the Warriors.
Yeah, it seems like she was sliding down there, so it wasn't very many places for Louise McMillan to go. She's a good textbook tackler, so I think she gets away with that one.
Played for many years at Hillhead, Jordan Hill, picking up plenty of trophies while she was there, but signed for Saracens the 22-23 season. Thankfully released by her club. Played against Edinburgh, didn't play last week, but great to see her here. You mentioned at the start, nice to see the fact that she's been made available for this first home game at Scotstoun.
Yeah, I think it will really mean a lot for Louise. I think her family are here today to watch as well. As I said, she's trained here for many, many years. I think they called themselves the Glasgow Gals. So a little selection of the Scottish girls who used to come along and train. So great to see her getting to play at what probably she would consider her home stadium.
Thank you.
It was a sad sight for the Wolfhounds. Dan O'Brien, Irish international, he helped to the sidelines.
Yeah, may as well. Everyone's expecting it, aren't they?
Just trying to see who's coming on there to replace her, but it's big boots to fill. Ailey Tucker from the penalty for the Warriors. And then McMillan scored in week 1 against Edinburgh. One of 2 tries. Ailey Tucker, the other try scorer. Ball held up, but it should come back on the Warriors' side. Ailey Fleming seems to have hands on it. Warriors driving towards the try line now. Still with the Warriors, goes to deck. Mary McDonald looks to her left, McMillan through the hands, and there is space out here. Claudia McLaren, outside centre. Pick and go by McMillan. More and more involved in the game. And that ball over the try line, and the score has been given. The unlikeliest of scores in the corner. I think the Wolfhounds had decided there was no danger because there was so little room to play with. And Glasgow Warriors have got themselves over the try line.
Yeah, fantastic, well deserved. Louise McMillan, I think she must have danced up the try line there with about a millimetre of space, and it really set it up. It's like you say, I think the Wolfhounds almost saw that. They were like, oh, we've got the try line, don't need to commit any extra defenders to it, and Warriors have just snaked their way up the sideline and got a try that they really need, and I actually think really deserve.
I think that was Phaedra Snellam eventually who picked that ball up. We were just trying to see who it was. It was Louise McMillan who had her hands in the ball 2 or 3 times in that play, but I think it is the debutante with Stuart Sirens, Phaedra Snellam, who goes over for Glasgow Warriors' first try of the day.
I think Wolfhounds will be a little bit disappointed as well with their defence there. They had 3 defenders and just didn't quite manage to keep her out.
The score from Glasgow Warriors 3-2, Glasgow Warriors 5, Wolfhounds 14.
So unsuccessful with the conversion attempt. The Warriors get themselves on the scoreboard on the half-hour mark, and nothing more than they deserved, it has to be said.
Right, thanks. Just keep behind you.
Glasgow 5, Wolfhounds 14.
Big long kick there, so different tactic that they're taking with the kickoff, and dealt with very well.
Glasgow on the line.
Clearing kick by Katie Ainsworth. At times looked a little unsure in the first game against Edinburgh, but she has been excellent in the opening half hour here at Scotstoun. The Wolfhounds again looking very assured at the line out. Sarah Delaney in control at the back. Takes the ball to deck.
Yeah, great.
Katie Whelan whips that ball away out to the forwards. It's a big collision. It was Alex Love in there, the west of Scotland, one of the 2 Burnbrae bells on this side, along with their clubmate Ellie Williamson. The Wolfhounds then on the attack. Passing lane cut off there. The Wolfhounds just take that ball into contact, but they come again to the right. The Warriors' defence going forward to meet the ball carriers, but keeping the ball alive. Ball's been lost though.
Knock-ons outside.
And again, the Warriors' defence holding firm.
Yeah, very much so. Warriors just seem to have picked up another level. Their line speed there was really intimidating, really fast up, and it's disrupting what Wolfhounds want to do in attack. So we saw that little knock on there, and an opportunity with the scrum. Put some pressure on and move their way up the field.
Okay, that's your mark there.
Thank you.
Yeah, hold that shape, that's really good, hold it. Crouch. Bind.
Yeah.
Set.
Another solid scrum by the Warriors. Alex Love this time picks up and goes to the left.
Noted it, Ray, thank you.
Not for the first time, makes good ground from the base of the scrum. Ball goes back to Carla McDonald. Doesn't catch that quite as cleanly as she intended. Taken by Ella Durkin.
Backwards.
Oh, tackles missed by Glasgow Warriors, and away go the Wolfhounds again. Back in field. It's Niamh Marley. Finding space in the Warriors' defence. Loose pass, ball's been knocked on both ways as Lucy Winter tried to win that back for Glasgow Warriors.
I think
Knocked the ball on, but the Wolfhounds with the first infringement. So this should be a scrum down. Glasgow Warriors.
Yeah, of course.
Again, looking dangerous when they get the ball into the wide channels, and you can see that's what they want to do. The ball, I think it was Ella Durkin tried to get the ball out the left touchline.
On your right.
Yeah, I think Ella Durkin's had a really good game so far. She's very good under that high ball. Each time Warriors have put a ball up high, she's dealt with it really, really well, and she's turned what could be a tricky situation into a good attacking platform for the Wolfhounds.
Crouch. Bind.
Space backfield.
Set.
Warriors scrum going backwards there. The ball out to Katie Ainsworth. Again puts boot to ball and gets a kind bounce. It's been snapped up by Carla McDonald.
Push back foot.
The Warriors profiting from that Katie Ainsworth kick. And it comes to the captain. It's a nice pass by Emma Turner. Christopher Cougars player, Katie Ainsworth again. It's behind Ailey Tucker. It's Carla McDonald this time. Back again to Emma Turner. Captain involved in the action. Louise McMillan. There's a huge amount of energy. And again, the gap opens up for Katie Ainsworth, and she does not need a second invitation.
First person.
Stopped just short of the Wolfhounds 22, however, stolen by the Irish side.
Make sure we're not blocking. Timing blue, no blocking.
Katie Whelan looked like she would kick, but they've opted to play out of their 22. Again, Eve Marley looking dangerous. And then they put boot to ball. Again, angle's wrong there, that ball goes out in the full, so we'll come back for a line out to Glasgow on the Wolfhounds 10-metre line.
Come this way.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake with the kick there. I also think I should apologise to Ella Durkin. Commentator's curse. I've just been talking about how safe she was with that high ball, and then she was unfortunately undone a little bit by a vicious bounce of the ball. Previously gave Glasgow Warriors an opportunity for a really positive attack, and hopefully same again here.
Yeah, she's on the mark. It's you, set it.
Glasgow seem to have sorted out their line-out woes, missed the first two, hit their next three, and that's another one. It's just that combination of Simpson to Turner off the top and out into the midfield quickly. And McDonald goes to the right to her sister Carla. Skye Phimister, Stirling County winger, we've not seen too much of her in an attacking sense. Wolfhounds hugely competitive at that breakdown, and the ball stolen by, I think, Sarah Delaney.
Yeah, that was a good steal there, right and over the top. Very, very difficult to dislodge somebody when they're over the ball that quickly.
Mary will do the offside, you get to the pitch.
Here, sorry,
Yeah.
See Phimister, the dancing feet, comes back infield. Well, it wasn't in fact Sarah Delaney.
Like that, Mary will always get you 10 metres. Yeah.
A great steal though by the Wolfhounds.
Glasgow, you on the line.
It's perhaps something that Glasgow Warriors will have to have a look at at half time. It's the third turnover at least at the breakdown. This is Sarah Delaney. Two caps out of the Blackrock College club, plays for Leinster.
5, you're too early. Number 5, too early. What on the 15?
Ellie Williamson. Too early, you would hear the judgment of the referee.
Number 5, it's on the cross here because it's in the line out. Thank you.
Just need to watch their penalties here. Every time they're giving a penalty, they're giving upwards of 10 metres every time, and it just gives Wolfhounds opportunity to make their way up the field without expending any energy. So discipline.
Yeah, just a bit early on that one coming through. Oh, well, yeah, no number on the back. Yeah, your number's gone. Sorry. Wait. Can you step that way? Glasgow, you on the line. Step up. Thank you.
So Delaney again with the throw to the line out over on the far side of the pitch, finds her jumper this time. The Wolfhounds up to play away. That's a lovely line. A tackle made by Lucy Winter, and it had to be made. Eventually drags down the Irish ball carrier. Good tackle then by Lucy McRae. Referee again playing an advantage.
You've got advantage. Can you get that number, mate?
Glasgow's discipline. And it's just letting them down. Get a gap. Side of the breakdown for Katie Whelan.
Hands away!
The Wolfhounds now about 10 metres short of that Glasgow Warriors try line. And again, it's the tip on, finds the space. And have they got to the line? That's the third try for the Wolfhounds. And it is Sophie Barrett, the tight head prop, Enniskillen Railway Union player.
Yes.
She's been excellent with ball in hand in this first half, and she goes over for her side's third try.
No, well deserved. I think she's played really, really well so far. I think you have to look at that from a Warriors perspective. Just a few too many mistakes, few too many penalties, giving lots and lots of ground, and it's very difficult to defend when you're constantly on the back foot.
Impossible to stop when she gets up ahead of steam. Saw her earlier in the half galloping into the Glasgow Warriors 22, and well worth that try. And the conversion is good. That's all three of the starting front row are tries to their name for the Wolfhounds. And what's been a very strong first half showing by the Irish side. Patches of the game for the Warriors to be happy about. Try through Phaedra Snellam. Certainly plenty for the Warriors coaching team to discuss at half time.
Yeah, I think it was a good showing. I don't think they should be disappointed in themselves. It's just fine margins. It's just basically taking the chances when they've got them. I think the main difference on reflection for me in that game, in that first half, was just that Wolfhounds took their chances when they had them, and Warriors haven't always managed to do that. But hopefully second half, bit of a turnaround. We know that Warriors, first two games they've had, their second half has been their better of the two halves previous games, so hopefully same again.
So half-time here at Scotstoun Stadium in the Celtic Challenge, and it's Glasgow Warriors 5, the Wolfhounds 21. Let's have a look then at that first half action. And the Warriors had the better of the opening exchanges. It was the Wolfhounds who struck first. You see there, try that was not given. Warriors defence holding firm on that occasion. Strong carry. I think, was that Lucy McRae or Claudia McLaren, in fact, getting in under that ball. But the Wolfhounds did strike Sarah Delaney with the throw into the line out, and the ball fed back to the hooker. And the Wolfhounds looking very organised.
Yeah, that is a textbook maul try as well.
Another look at it from a different angle. Ball taken by Keelan Brady, brought into the side this week. Glasgow Warriors defence just never really got themselves organised there at all, falling apart in the first try of the game. Goes to Sarah Delaney. Dan O'Brien kicking the conversion. And then from another line out, they didn't score directly from it. A lovely offload inside there. Carla McDonald did her best to stop that move at the back. Louise McMillan in there as well. But when the ball was recycled, it was Linda Jugang who went over for the second try.
Yeah, some lovely interplay from the Wolfhounds forwards there. In and out, changing the line of attack.
And over goes Jugang for her second try in the competition. Sadly left the field of play shortly after. Glasgow Warriors defence doing their best on 2 or 3 occasions, but Jugang just too strong. She drives over the try line, and once again Dan O'Brien successful with the conversion. Glasgow Warriors did strike back, carried there by Claudia McLaren, and then the pick and go by Louise McMillan. And then nobody on that blind side. Phaedra Snellam was alert to the opportunity and she dived over on debut for Glasgow Warriors try.
Yeah, that was a lovely linking up there from the Warriors players. I said earlier, but I do think Wolfhounds maybe should be a little bit disappointed in their defence there. Got 3 players on the line and just maybe switched off for that split second. And we'll see if they come to rue that later on in the game.
Well, the conversion was missed. We'll have another look at it there. And it was the half break by Claudia McLaren, Louise McMillan, who's been excellent. Driving her way forward. That's a good look at it there. There was only 2 or 3 metres to play with. And that blind side left open by the Wolfhounds. Phaedra Snellam goes over for the try. Back came the Wolfhounds, this time through Sophie Barrett. 2 or 3 strong carries in the first half. And she went over for a try. Just time was in the red at the end of the first half.
Yeah, she's very much been making things difficult for the Warriors' defence. Making metres all over the pitch, and I think well deserved for that try there.
And again, the Wolfhounds successful with the conversion. The negatives for the Wolfhounds in that first half, of course, the 2 injuries, first of all to Linda Jugang and then their playmaker Dana O'Brien. But it is the Irish side who lead at half-time here at Scotstoun in the Celtic Challenge. Join us again in 5 or 6 minutes for second half action. It's Glasgow Warriors 5, the Wolfhounds 21. Welcome back to Scotstoun for second half action in the Celtic Challenge. It's round 3. And it's the Wolfhounds who lead at half time, 21 points to 5. Warriors conceding just on the stroke of half time. They'll look to start this second half brightly as they did the first. It's a good carry which takes play. Sophie Anderson there with the carry. Watsonian's player. High tackle by Lucy Winter.
7 high.
Penalty awarded to the Wolfhounds. Yeah, Sophie Anderson, another former Scotland international, currently with Watsonians, another former teammate
Glasgow,
of
you
yours,
take the line.
Hillhead Jordan Hill. You'd expect her to make a real impact.
Yeah, another player who, again, I do not enjoy tackling. Very strong, very fast, very dynamic. I think a positive change at half-time. Good to see what she can do. She's really strong in attack and a good defender as well.
So, Sarah Delaney with the throw. Her opposite number, Nikki Simpson, the Geary hooker racing away. There was an infringement in the line out. The free kick awarded to the Wolfhounds.
Yeah, crowd not happy with that decision there. I don't know if you could hear that.
1 to 15 here. Careful, we're just inside.
And it's a crowd of 905, I'm told. Another excellent turnout.
Okay, let's go, let's go.
Warrior Nation. Warriors have had ball in hand, but there's a gap in the defence there. And away go the Wolfhounds. Oh, and the tackle missed at the back by Carla McDonald. And the try scored by Katie Whelan. The Wolfhounds scrum half raced away, saw the gap was to the left of the breakdown, and she was chased all the way. Carla McDonald just falling off the tackle at the back for Glasgow Warriors.
Now I'm right, thanks. Still warming up.
It's at number Mary McDonald. Skye Phimister was on hand. Katie Whelan goes over for the Wolfhounds' 4th try.
Yeah, I think Warriors be rightly disappointed there. Just a little bit of a disconnect in defence. They left that space around the ruck open for the scrum half to just exploit. You know, she was able to just dart around the edge, build up a good bit of speed, and by the time it was coming for Carla McDonald to make the tackle, she was in full flight.
So the bonus point try for the Wolfhounds. Conversion
On the ball.
successful. They lead by 28 points to 5. A real hammer blow
Hands away now.
for Glasgow Warriors, conceding either side of half time. Ball kicked through. Skye Phimister unable to take it. The referee says it went back. Tidied up by Mary McDonald. Carla McDonald has to go in and play scrum half. Feeds Ailey Fleming. See Katie Ainsworth calling the shots there.
Time your chase. Don't block.
Ainsworth standing directly behind the ruck.
Use. Not yet.
It's Mary McDonald who takes on kicking duties. Taken just on the Warriors' side of halfway. So Whelan, the try scorer in the Irish squad, yet to be capped, the old Belvedere scrum half. She's had a good afternoon. Whelan again, a quick pass. Lucy McRae involved in defence there. The Wolfhounds, when they get themselves into trouble, such strong ball carriers, seem able to recover the position and the situation easily. McRae again with the tackle. Charged down by Nikki Simpson. Unable to make the follow-up tackle. The Wolfhounds going backwards here. Slow ball. So it's just banged off downfield. Carla McDonald comes forward onto that one. Good footwork by the fullback. And kicked ahead.
That's outside the 50. Blue ball.
It just bounces into touch. Sophie Anderson with the kick. She loves to kick it. It doesn't matter. You can guarantee that at some point in the game, Sophie Anderson will kick the ball. And that actually worked out really well for Glasgow.
There we go.
No, that did. It's not often you see a second row kicking. She's kicked against us in a recent game. And we've actually learned to kind of anticipate it now. If Sophie's got the ball, you need to anticipate that she might try and chip and chase it over the top of you. But that's worked out fantastically. That was a really, really good kick.
Sophie's kicked against everyone this season. And then the ball's stolen. So it really could work out well for Glasgow Warriors. And then that's Anderson with the carry. Nikki Simpson, the hooker, fights her way through 2 or 3 tackles. Warriors 10 metres short. It's a loose pass. Lucy McRae unable to control it and snapped up by the Wolfhounds.
12 away.
One back though
Advantage. Back.
by Lucy Winter.
Sorry.
Having a headband after suffering a nasty gash in her eyebrow. Training before the Edinburgh game. Ball stabbed through, no advantage accruing. The referee comes back for the penalty.
Yeah. 12 fell the wrong side. Didn't run clear.
Yeah, it's worth a try there. Carla McDonald's just dabbing it through. She knew she had the penalty advantage coming, so just check that her opposite number is switched on. Dab a little kick through, and now they can set up for a driving maul. So we saw this right at the start of the game, didn't quite come off. Let's see if it'll work for Warriors this time.
That's your mark there.
Yes, had an opportunity when the game was only about 5 minutes old at the other end of the field. Very similar position. There's an overthrow by Nikki Simpson.
Fair time to waste.
They seem to have sorted their line out problems. 6 in the line out. Again, Lucy Winter. +1 standing off should they drive. It's been stolen at the front. Knocked on though. This might still work for Glasgow Warriors. They won't get the chance to drive. Still in possession.
Knock on advantage still.
Sophie Anderson again, desperate to get hands on the ball. Coming off the bench. Wolfhounds making a nuisance of themselves at the breakdown. That's good hands there. Out to Ainsworth, to Lucy McRae. Skips her way towards the try line. And again it's Louise McMillan. Louise McMillan has somehow fought her way over the try line, as she did against Edinburgh 2 weeks ago. Great strength from the Saracens in Scotland's second row, playing in the back row. And again, goes over for their second try.
Yeah, she absolutely deserves that. I'm so pleased for her. She has been everywhere today. She's been at every ruck. She's been carrying all over the place. Great tackling. She managed to cross the line. I think she had about 15 players hanging off her there. So incredible leg strength. I want to know what she's doing at the gym.
She had a huge amount of work to do when she got the ball in her hands. She scored a very similar try in almost the same position against Edinburgh 2 weeks ago in the Derby match. She didn't have quite so far to go on that occasion. She was down on her knees, somehow got herself back up again, drove towards the try line, and Glasgow Warriors really needed that. It was a bit of a hammer blow when Katie Whelan scored 2 minutes into this second half. He felt the game could run away from Glasgow Warriors, but that gets them right back into it.
Yeah, maybe we can just chalk that off as a moment of switching off. I think the substitutions have made a real impact. Sophie Anderson in particular, she's come on and she is just everywhere. She's causing real problems for the Wolfhounds defence at the moment, particularly with her kicking.
Lucy McRae successful with the conversion.
I don't want you to get her in the chops.
28 points to 12. An injury on halfway. I think just looking for Ailey Tucker. I think it was maybe Ailey Tucker. I saw her being tested, I think, by the physio, hopping. But yes, it is Ailey Tucker. You see her walks over the shoulder of the physio. looks like there'll be a change, but 3 tries we mentioned in the competition so far. 2 in the space of what, about 8 or 9 minutes last week. Scored against Edinburgh in week 1. She's had a really good day today. Strong performance from the loose head prop, both at scrum time, ball in hand, big tackles.
Yeah, I think she absolutely justified her start today. I think she's been one of the standout players for Glasgow Warriors. Really, really strong carries, and it's such a shame to see her coming off. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and we'll see her again next week.
Looks like Chloe Brown coming on, Stirling County prop.
Nikki Simpson with a good carry there. She's seen somebody else be really, really impressive. Seems to have been all over the place with the ball.
The ball sent off downfield. And Wolfhounds chip that one over the top. Skye Phimister deals with that well. So just glancing over her shoulder. And she took that. And Louise McMillan, never known to take a backward step, to Katie Ainsworth, and again looks so dangerous, just accelerates into half a gap. Stopped on the Warriors 10-metre line. Ball pulled back by Sophie Anderson. Loose pass, tidied by Carla MacDonald. Going backwards at a rate of knots, inside her 22, and then the error compounded by Glasgow Warriors, holding on in the deck. Penalty to the Wolfhounds.
15.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. They had a bit of go forward and then one slightly errant pass, and it all slightly falls apart, but hopefully pick themselves back up and go again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's Nikki Cockey, the Railway Union and Leinster player, who's come on and fly half for Dan O'Brien. 3 conversions
4 and 9.
in their opening round win
You're just on the end of the line
against the Clovers.
I just need the numbers for who's going off, Brian. Don't worry about who's on.
More changes here for the Wolfhounds.
Okay, time on.
So Jade Gaffney and Claire Bowles entering the fray. Ball won from the line out by the Wolfhounds. We already know how dangerous they can be here, marching towards the Warriors' try line. Stopped for now. They look to reset. Being taken down still with the Wolfhounds. It comes to the forwards. Again, that Warriors defence just strung across their own goal line. Again, the carry through the forwards. The referee's on the spot, and for the second time in the game, the Glasgow Warriors defence managed to hold up the Wolfhounds in the in-goal area, and it'll be a goal line dropout.
Yeah, you can hear through the refs mic there, the Warriors players celebrating that, holding that ball up like they're celebrating a try. That's how much it means to them.
It's exceptional defence, but again, no respite as the Wolfhounds come back into the 22 from the dropout.
Thanks for releasing.
Warriors will not want to concede, and they just got themselves back into it through that Louise McMillan try. Slow ball. Warriors pile into the breakdown, trying to affect the turnover. It does come back on the Wolfhound side. Again, it's the forwards, Yukari, Sophie Barrett involved in the action for the umpteenth time today.
Tackle!
The tackle made just a metre or two short. There's space out in that right touchline. That is a lovely play by the Wolfhounds backs as they go over in the corner. Again, they knew where the space was, and I think that is Ella Durkin who has gone over in the corner, but it really was lovely play by the Wolfhounds back division. They'd tightened up the Glasgow Warriors defence, and they saw where the space was, And they got the ball there quickly. It was in fact Katie Corrigan, the old Belvedere and Leinster winger, who goes over for the Wolfhounds try.
No, that was a well-worked try. Few phases up the middle, they sucked in the Warriors defenders, and it just gives them so much space out in the wing. I think that's something we didn't see very much in the first half, was Wolfhounds exploiting the width, and they're starting to do that now as the Warriors defenders are starting to tire.
Difficult conversion attempt from out wide for Cocky, but unsuccessful. Perhaps get another look at that try, because it really was, well, initially good identification of space by the Wolfhounds. Maybe won't see it from here. It was Ella Durkin who gave the try scoring pass to her winger Katie Corrigan, but it really was just about that vision. They saw where the space was, they'd sucked in that Glasgow Warriors defence, and then it was all about the execution to get the ball to where it needed to go. And they really have been very clinical.
Yeah, very much so. Once again, Ella Durkin playing a central role in things. Really, really good there. She bit in, pulled the defender in, and it just left even more space for her winger to score on the outside.
Holland Bogan on in the back row for the Warriors. The Stirling County player makes that tackle from the restart. Sophie Barrett only knows one way with ball in hand, and back it goes to Nikki Cockett. Sends that ball long. Carla McDonald as well. Throws a loose pass, tried to find Phimister, tidied up by Nikki Simpson.
No way now. Sorry now.
And that ball sent back into Wolfhounds territory. Chip over the top, that could work. It's tidied up well by Glasgow Warriors. A long way for Mary McDonald to go over there. He's defending at the back, just expecting a Wolfhounds kick.
Advantage.
The referee playing advantage here. What will Kate Ainsworth do? Well, she tries to stab that ball through. Might still work. Not dealt with cleanly.
Apologies if I've missed the knock on, but your player's on the wrong side.
That was some good scrum half play there by Mary McDonald. Just gently pointing out the error by the Wolfhounds player to the referee and winning her team a penalty for it.
Well, that kick just went over the head of the final Wolfhounds defender and bounced into touch. I thought for a moment that was going to go dead. It goes in at the corner, 5 metres out from the Wolfhounds try line. We still have 25 minutes left in this game. Glasgow Warriors can score again here. It does keep things interesting.
Very much so. You know, 3 tries in it for a draw. Another 4 scores. I reckon Warriors can do it, but no, that was a lovely kick by Carla McDonald there.
Come on.
So Nikki Simpson with a throw finds Holland Bogan at the front for Glasgow Warriors. And they set them all. Not going anywhere for now. They look to play away. Solid Irish defence as the Wolfhounds come forward. The Warriors just lose 5 metres or so. Crucially still have the ball picked up by Sophie Anderson. Puts her side on the front foot once more. Strong carries through the Glasgow forwards as they look to suck in the Wolfhounds defence.
Knocked on over, scrum.
Ball's been lost by Glasgow Warriors, and at times this afternoon, it's got to be said, their ball retention hasn't been as good as it ought to have been inside the 22. You felt another 2 or 3 phases there and the Wolfhounds defence could really have been struggling.
Yeah, and then it just changes the nature of the game, doesn't it? Because now they're defending a ball. Potentially we're anticipating the Wolfhounds will try and clear their lines. But yeah, it's just holding on to that ball in that final section of the pitch. Hasn't quite been there at all times today.
Crouch.
Think. More on the 8.
Bind. Set. Okay, reset.
So Jade Gaffney on now at scrum half for the Wolfhounds, replacing Katie Whelan.
Thanks, I'll come that side.
So an all-new
You keep it up, you two.
half-back pairing.
Just make sure we keep feet
She's
underneath
alongside
us.
Nikki Cockey after the loss of Dana O'Brien in the first half.
Right. Second. Yeah, man. Listen.
Crouch.
Think.
Bind.
Daphne, another one of the old Belvedere players in this Wolfhound side.
Reset. Okay. Let's take off some of the weight when we're coming down for the
Old
bind.
Belvedere players
We're putting
starting
too much
in
weight
that
across,
back line.
which we didn't have first half, and that's making us unstable. Same
With
again, okay?
Linda Jugang and Aideen Murtagh.
To seconds, hold it back.
Brittany Hogan in the pack.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Can Glasgow Warriors put pressure on the Wolfhounds scrum? Well, it's picked up by Hogan. Ball lost. And the Wolfhounds now a metre or so away from their try line. Warriors piling into the breakdown to try and win that ball back. Ball scuffed away out of the 22. Picked up by Carla McDonald. Phemister is lurking out here on the right wing. Katie Ainsworth with a pass. Wolfhounds defence just descend on Phemister. She's not been given much space to play with today. Chloe Brown and Stirling County prop on for Ailey Tucker. Ainsworth again. And, Louise McMillan lurking in the midfield. Back to come to the right. Ailey Fleming, another Stirling County prop.
First play on the ball.
Ball stolen, then hacked away by the Wolfhounds, but wasteful. So back come Glasgow Warriors. Tip on by Nikki Simpson. Been excellent with ball in hand. Over her line out woes at the start of the game. Carry gain by Louise McMillan.
She's not pulling up on the ball. Target the ball and lift it.
Again, Wolfhounds going in. You can hear the referee saying didn't get hands on the ball, unable to lift it. Claudia McLaren. And with the carry, the outside centre to Carla McDonald. Wolfhounds defence rushing forward, giving the Warriors players any space, any time to breathe. Mary McDonald calls for the kick, and the Wolfhounds pile into the breakdown there. A great counter ruck. Well, the Wolfhounds, they have been exceptional at the breakdown today, and they won themselves a ball. Warriors perhaps just taking too long to set that one up, and the scrum goes the way of the Wolfhounds.
Which point's this?
That was proper old school rugby there. There was about 15 players piled on top of each other. But yeah, no, I think Wolfhounds have been incredibly good over the ball today. They're really, really quick. The moment that player's going down, making a tackle, they're rolling, and there's a support player coming in right on top of the ball, and making a real mess of things, as you can see there.
Thought so. Probably went away, otherwise he'd have been awarded.
Mary McDonald makes way.
To keep your shoulders up. You just
Next
folded
to
in
Chiefs
at the
and
end there, okay?
Scotland scrum half, and co-captain Rhea Clark who's onto the field of play. Can she have an impact in the closing quarter of this Celtic Challenge game at Scotstoun Stadium in Glasgow?
Bind. Set.
Good scrum by the Wolfhounds, controlled at the back by Brittany Hogan. The referee now playing an advantage.
Advantage. Yeah.
Played away by Jade Gaffney. And just that injection of pace. It's doubt in the minds of the Warriors, and then a crossfield kick that's been snapped up well, but just unable to control it. That was looking dangerous for the Wolfhounds. It worked for them last week, those crossfield kicks against Edinburgh. Almost coming off there. It's the Warriors in possession just outside their 22. Back it goes from Rhea Clark to Katie Ainsworth. Sends that ball back into the Wolfhounds half, but not for long. Back come the Irish side.
Yeah, that's forward.
However,
From where she threw it.
forward pass,
You did.
right in line with where we are there.
Otherwise, if it was, if she didn't
Referee
regather,
Sam
you would've
O'Neill
got it.
on the spot. It'll be a scrum down Glasgow put in. Sam O'Neill's been excellent this afternoon's communication. You can probably hear him coming over the referee's mic at home.
Yeah, it's always great when you have a referees explaining everything that's happening, explaining to the players, giving them the opportunity to talk if they have questions. But that was a great tackle there by Lucy McRae that forced that forward pass.
Look at the crossfield kick there, and it really should have been gathered.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed about that, but that was a lovely crossfield kick. Again, just identifying that space, putting the defenders on the back foot. That was beautifully done.
Another break in play for a couple of injured players, one on each side. Chance to catch their breath, take on board some water. And with about 17 minutes left to play here at Scotstoun, certainly the Irish side in control of this game. 5 tries: Sarah Delaney, Linda Jugan, Sophie Barrett, Katie Whelan and Katie Corrigan, the try scorers for the Wolfhounds. For the Warriors, Deidre Snelling with a try and debut, and then Louise McMillan
Wait, 2 seconds, sorry.
rewarded for a huge amount of hard work this afternoon.
That last run would have been a penalty against you. You just folded. Keep your hips in all the time. That'd be good. Okay. You would have got the advantage. All I ask from you, you keep that standard.
The referee
Make
just
sure you always
explaining
go square.
to Glasgow Warriors pack that he would have given a penalty
Okay?
against
Yeah,
them.
okay, let's go,
Wolfhounds hadn't played away.
Sorry, can you go on my left? Thank you.
Both sides have been dominant at scrum time at different stages of the game. The Wolfhounds initially, and the Glasgow Warriors seem to get the upper hand after the loss of Linda Jugan from that Wolfhounds front row.
Bind.
Wolfhounds
Set.
certainly got the better of the Warriors in the last scrum. Again, the pressure comes on, but thick, and away goes Sophie Anderson. It's a big tackle. You hear the oohs and ahs from the Glasgow Warriors crowd, but again,
Okay.
at the breakdown, the Wolfhounds win that ball. Sophie Anderson certainly took a sore one in that tackle.
Yeah, that's one of those tackles that you don't actually see coming until you're on the floor and you realise you've been hit and it feels like you've been hit by a truck. But yeah, hope she's okay. And maybe a bit of a head knock, maybe a bit of whiplash from the force of that tackle.
It was a big tackle. It did look a little high. I'm not sure we'll get another look at it.
That's good. That's good. Thanks.
Sophie Anderson coming on at number 8 can play equally well in the second row or the back row.
You okay?
Just her neck, she's sitting up again.
Holding on.
Hold on for it. Okay. And also, I just have a question.
Yeah, hopefully just the after effects of a big thumping tackle,
They've said that, yeah.
and that she's okay and okay to continue, because I do think she's made a real impact since being on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just tell me. Just tell me. I don't mind. As long as it's in the right manner, just tell me.
You can see it here, the ball at the feet there of Sophie Anderson. She picks up.
We need to have it. Like that one there. You see you physically picking it up off the floor. That's where I'm seeing the positive.
Well, certainly a legal tackle. I think she's maybe just,
Sorry, what was that?
you maybe said it with a whiplash as she
Okay.
hit the deck.
Just go 14 and 2. Have we got them off?
It's a good tackle by the Wolfhounds
Okay.
blindside flanker.
14 and 2.
A brick wall meets an immovable object. That's what that tackle looked like.
More changes for both sides. Harris Craig coming on at hooker for Nikki Simpson.
You need to hold down the button. Back on. Are we good? Brian. Brian? Brian? Oh, you're gonna go.
Time back on. Nikki Cockey sends that ball up the stand side touchline. Doesn't make a huge amount of distance.
Go and get the team.
Goes into touch midway between the Warriors 10-metre line and 22.
Can we step a bit? That's two white. Two. Are you two?
Sarah Delaney,
Yeah, that's you.
wondering whether she will throw into this line out or not. She's been replaced by Maeve Clenaghan,
14.
Queen's University Belfast player.
I think Sarah Delaney's had a very, very good game today.
Wait, we're still doing subs. That's why we're still doing subs. That's why I'm here. Okay, apologies.
Getting overexcited in the line out, doing some acrobatic moves. The
We're
game
good now.
hasn't
Let's
actually
go, sorry.
restarted yet, but good to go soon.
So Maeve Clenaghan with her first throw to the Wolfhounds line out. The line out has been excellent
More
this afternoon.
forward. No more change, no more change.
They look well set with the maul.
She's through the middle.
Defence by Glasgow Warriors good on that occasion. Wolfhounds breakaway.
Tackle.
Carries again through the forwards. And the forwards just coming round the corner to pull in that Glasgow Warriors defence again. Warriors defence coming forward, putting in some solid hits. The Wolfhounds just keep coming. The Warriors defence trying to reorganise the best they can. Ball retention is great as well. The Wolfhounds just running some nice lines inside the 22 again, going through the phases.
Hands away. Good. Oh, sorry.
But now Warriors defence holding firm. In the main, it's looked well organised. They've certainly been breached more times than they might have liked today, conceding 5 tries. Take great pride in their defence and force the Wolfhounds back. Still the Irish side in possession. And keeping things tight through the forwards.
Hold you. No, there's audio rock.
And much more secure at the breakdown than Glasgow Warriors. Then that ball chipped through, and that could bounce unkindly for Carla MacDonald at the back. Squirts out the side, and it's still with the Wolfhounds. The visitors now 5 metres short
23,
of the Warriors try line. Profiting from that kick, not tidied up, not dealt with by Glasgow Warriors at the back. And here come the Wolfhounds, there's space again out to the right. They can get that ball there when they're lurking
You on the floor, 21.
out in the right touchline.
Yeah, it's yours. No, 21 was on the wrong side.
Holland Bogan,
Then played it back.
Stirling County
21,
back row.
she was on the... Not to me. Apologies, I didn't see a knock on, otherwise I'd
On the wrong side, you can hear Louise McMillan there just appealing for a knock on.
Big call, calling for a scrum here. It just shows Wolfhounds' confidence and their confidence in their scrum. They've managed to kind of turn it around, whilst the scrum wasn't really functioning in the first half as well as they'd have liked. I also just think you're seeing the difference as well between the Wolfhounds and the Warriors. Wolfhounds just keeping hold of the ball when they need to.
Yeah, okay. I'll hold.
You see that kick there, and it just landed in the space in front of Carla MacDonald. Maybe not as accustomed to playing at fullback and didn't know whether to come forward. The ball bounced and then it can go anywhere. Snapped up by the Wolfhounds.
Fine. I think we both came up, but let's just hold the bind and then I'll look for that. I'll come this side. Okay, binds again.
Dangerous position for the scrum. You can see Jade Gaffney, the replacement scrum half, just a quick word with Brittany Hogan at the base of the scrum.
Ouch!
Enticing place for a number 8 to pick up from.
Set!
It's at the feet of the number 8 and she does pick up. Scrum half comes round behind her. Great strength again by the number 8, takes play to 2 or 3 metres short of the Warriors try line. Wolfhounds organise themselves quickly. Yeah, keep it tight and the leg drive comes on. The ball's been turned over though by Glasgow Warriors.
Not out, still in, still in.
There's a hint of space to their right. Should they have wanted to play away there. Things slow for now. It's a good carry. Next 2 or 3 metres, sets up the angle for the kick, and back it goes.
You out of the field, apologies.
To Carla McDonald.
Out of the field, it's taken over, so it'll be a blue scrum.
However, hopefully hear the explanation from the referee. Carla McDonald was standing over the dead ball line when she caught that ball, so she's out the field of play.
Okay, yeah. I'm staying this side.
Come back for a scrum down to the Wolfhounds.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate there. She just takes a step out. Maybe doesn't quite know exactly where she's standing, takes her over the back of the line. And now it's ball back over to Wolfhounds. They've got a 5-metre platform. Another attempt to score from the scrum.
It seemed like Glasgow Warriors were going to survive yet another Wolfhounds onslaught inside the 22. Get the ball handed back to the Irish side from a mistake. Brittany Hogan, Wolfhounds number 8, may well fancy another pick-up from the base of the scrum. She made good ground on the last occasion. And it comes from Gaffney. Controlled by Hogan. As the Wolfhounds scrum drives towards that try line. This will be very difficult. Referee playing an advantage. It's been picked up at the base and over go the Wolfhounds. Brittany Hogan it is. The Wolfhounds number 8 showed great control at the base of the scrum, and then when it disintegrated, picked up, and she goes over for the Wolfhounds' 6th try.
9, okay.
That was a great score. She did a really good job controlling that ball at the back as that scrum was rumbling forward, and then she saw her opportunity, pounced straight over the top of the defenders, and a well-deserved try.
You can just see there as the scrum fell apart, Hogan picks up. She would have been expecting to go to the right of the scrum, but just picked up and drove forward. Very strong ball carrier. And Nikki Cockey successful again with the conversion, and that really does take the game away from Glasgow Warriors, you feel?
Yeah, you do think that. So we've got 8 minutes to go. I think main thing Warriors need to focus on here, not letting the game get away from them. Don't let the mistakes creep in, penalties creep in. And let's see if they can finish strong.
Another tackle made by Holland Bogan. Certainly not been frightened to throw her body around since she came onto the field of play. And a bit of indecision there by Glasgow Warriors. Just allowed that ball to bounce. Just losing confidence a little as this game has gone on. And it's the Wolfhounds once more in possession. Just on the Warriors side of halfway. And again, another strong carry. And Carla McDonald at the back, unable to make the tackle. 4 Glasgow Warriors players on hand, eventually dragged down the Wolfhounds player 5 metres short of the try line. Referee playing an advantage. I'm not sure the Wolfhounds will need it. There's numbers across in this left touch line. They can get the ball out there. Brittany Hogan lurking again out here.
Number 11.
Well, the Wolfhounds unable to make anything of that.
11.
So the referee, Sam O'Neill, will go back for the penalty, and he's calling Phaedra Snailham across.
Apologies.
And I think she will be shown a yellow card.
On the wrong side after the line breaks, it's going to be a yellow.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Cramp and a yellow card. That's not what you want. I think she's had a good game today, so it's a bit of an unfortunate way for a game to end.
She has been. I'm not sure we'll get a chance to have another look at the break by the Wolfhounds. Carla McDonald with the unenviable task, trying to take on one of the Wolfhounds forwards head on. Luckily, well, we'll see it here. And again, it's that tip on. I think that's Keelan Brady in the second row with the break.
I'm giving a yellow card to one of the stretcher, that felt a lot worse.
Poor old Carla McDonald.
I'm very guilty.
Not looking forward to that tackle. Glasgow Warriors did well to get the scrambled defence back. That really was a great break by the second row.
I think the Wolfhounds pack today have been fantastic. Their ball handling, tackling, their running lines has been really, really impressive, and they've caused real issues for the Glasgow Warriors defence.
Time back on. Scrum.
Well, you've mentioned
Here's your mark.
the strength of that Wolfhounds pack. We'll get your thoughts in just a moment or two.
Stay in the contact.
Who you think
stay
the player of the match might be?
Yep.
Yes, man. Yeah, I've got 8 seconds.
Crouch. Bind.
And I think Brittany Hogan might be licking her lips again here.
Stop. Okay.
An untidy
It sounded like someone
engagement.
else said set before I said set, which then made an engagement, but I don't know who did it. So let's just go. Oh, okay.
So options both ways here for the Wolfhounds. 3 of their backs to the left of the scrum. 3 off to the right.
Crouch.
Certainly the space looks like it will be to the right. They can very quickly get Brittany Hogan and Jade Gaffney round to that side of the scrum as well. But for now, well, no, Hogan picks up and she just has a pass after centre. Stopped just a metre or two short. Again, round the corner come the Wolfhounds forwards. Forward comes the Glasgow Warriors defence again. Wolfhounds just lose a metre or two. Trying to keep that ball alive there. Again out the back, running at pace. Very close to the try line. Can the Warriors keep them up for the 3rd time in the game? The referee is on the spot. Unable to see that. Let's see what the referee gives here. I think for the 3rd time in the game, Glasgow Warriors have somehow held up the Wolfhounds over the try line.
Yeah, I know there'll be things they're disappointed about in this game, but I think having 3 held up tries, that's pretty impressive. So well done, Glasgow Warriors defence again. All just swarming around the ball there, just making it impossible for her to get it down.
I think that was Claudia McLaren in there, the Stirling County outside centre, who was also involved in one of the previous hold-ups, if you like. A penalty awarded away of Glasgow Warriors. They won't hang about here. Tap and go. Then they get themselves a consolation score. Away goes Sky Phimister up towards halfway. We've not seen too much of the Stirling County winger. Good work there. Dancing feet and those orange boots. Leah Clark to Katie Ainsworth. Sophie Anderson again hit hard on the tackle. She's certainly been in the war since she came on. Ball's been knocked on, perhaps a deliberate knock on.
Genuine attempt to regather.
Well, we've got a break
Just
here,
a scrum.
so Hannah, let's come to you for your thoughts on player of the match.
I think, well, it had to be from Wolfhounds today. I think they played outstandingly, and I think it has to come from that forward pack who've just played so well today. I think player of the match today has been someone who has been everywhere, got a couple of tries to her name, and also has just really bossed that set piece today, that line out that's done so well. So my player of the match today for the Wolfhounds is Sarah Delaney.
She was down holding it.
Sarah Delaney, the Wolfhounds hooker,
Was it?
scored the first try of the afternoon. Scored against Edinburgh last week, scored against the Clovers the week before. In a rich vein of form.
Had a player of the match to her trophy cabinet as well. No, I think sometimes it can be so difficult bossing a line out. It looks like it's easy, it's definitely not. And I think their line out has been a great platform for them to attack today. So well deserved.
More blood, okay.
Around about 2 minutes still left to play in this one. Wolfhounds with another very strong performance.
Are we okay to go? Yeah.
Just very clinical
Okay, we've only got 2
when they
left anyway,
get their
so
opportunities. Ball retention excellent.
just hold it for 2
In
minutes.
defence, they've managed to turn over Glasgow Warriors' ball several times.
Let's go. Time on.
It's going to be a difficult team to beat in this competition.
Yeah, very much so. I think they just take their chances when they have them. This looks like it was a really one-sided game, but I really don't think it was for anybody actually watching it. I think when they have chances, they take them, and that's going to be the main difference. So I think they're going to be a very difficult team to beat.
Bind. Set.
So Rhea Clark, co-captain, replacement scrum half, puts the ball in, picked up by Sophie Anderson. If there's anything Brittany Hogan can do, I can do too. She fights her way forward. Mia Clark has a quick look either side. Decides to go to the left. Can be taken by Chloe Brown. No harm done though. Still Glasgow Warriors in possession. Louise McMillan pulls the ball back. Her back division. Mia Clark again. Chloe Brown again with the carry. The Warriors forwards struggling to get any go forward.
Good work, Simon.
Sophie Anderson gives them a metre or two. Been a very willing ball carrier since she came on the field of play. Skip pass out to Holland Bogan. And again Skye Phimister with the breakaway up the right hand touchline. Second break in the space of about 2 minutes. Good work by the Stirling County winger. Counter ruck. This prevents Mia Clark getting that ball away. Kate Ainsworth has to come in at scrum half. And then Louise McMillan, Saracens player, Scotland's second row, playing in the back row today as she started out for Glasgow Warriors. Katie Ainsworth again looks to ghost her way through a gap. And an excellent showing by the young Stirling County standoff today.
First player, good turnover.
Again turned over by the Wolfhounds. Too many times today from a Glasgow Warriors perspective. The Wolfhounds coaching team will certainly be happy with their performance at the breakdown. Ball goes back to Nikki Cockey. Finds space with that kick. Bounces up nicely for Carla McDonald. Perhaps one last chance for Glasgow Warriors. I thought she saw space at the back. That pass deemed to be flat. I think the crowd here disagree. And then to rub salt in the wounds, it's been knocked on by Skye Phimister. Well, boos from the crowd drown out the final whistle. And Sam O'Neill has seen enough. And it is the Wolfhounds who will go back to Ireland with the third win of the campaign under their belt. And it finished here at Scotstoun. Glasgow Warriors 12, the Wolfhounds 40. And 6 tries for the visitors, 2 for Glasgow Warriors. And in the end, an emphatic victory for the Irish side.
Yeah, the Irish side, they really just executed very, very well today. They came along with the game plan, executed it to perfection, and in the end, just too much for the Glasgow side. But lots and lots of positives. For the Glasgow side, some great attack, some fantastic defence as ever, 3 held up tries. So lots to take away to be positive, and 2 games to hopefully rewrite their fortunes.
One of the positives, again, the turnout here at Scotstoun. See a look at the crowd there. 905 tickets sold. As we've said at the outset, it really has caught the imagination of the public. It's an exciting time to be involved in women's rugby.
Yes, very much so, and it's great that it's on such a good platform. You know, that the fans get to come along to a big stadium such as this, see their teammates, people they might aspire to be in a few years' time, playing on such a big stage. So it's been great. And for the Glasgow Warriors supporters today, yes, might be a bit disappointed in the scoreline, but that was a really exciting game. It was great to watch, so plenty to go home happy about.
Well, we can have a look now at all the tries from this afternoon, and it was Sarah Delaney, your player of the match, who went over for the first.
Yeah, just a really, really well executed line out, straight back in, pulls the ball back at the back, and right over the try line for the first of her scores today.
And then from a line out in a very similar position, the Wolfhounds unable to go over directly, but they went through 2 or 3 phases inside the Glasgow Warriors 22, and it was Linda Jugang who pounced for her second try of the competition.
Yeah, I hope she's feeling better after she had to go off injured, but she made a real impact when she was on the pitch. She's clearly a really valuable player for them. Plenty of caps as well, so yeah, I hope she's feeling better soon.
Back came the Glasgow Warriors. And it was Phaedra Snailham, the Stuart Sirens winger, on debut after good work by Claudia McLaren and then Louise McMillan. Nobody at home, just on the blind side for the Wolfhounds, and it was great awareness by the wing.
Yeah, it was just a great flash of seeing what Warriors could do. You know, barely any space whatsoever, and they managed to get 2-3 runs up the blind side and get a well-deserved score. So plenty of positives from this game, plenty to work on.
It was 2 tries either side of half-time that really killed the game off for Glasgow Warriors. First of all, it was Sophie Barrett, who had an excellent game. I suspect was also in your thoughts for player of the match.
Yes, very much so. The front row today, they made it very, very difficult to choose a player of the match from, but she had a great game, some fantastic carries, and then a well-deserved try at the end of that first half.
And then the break by Katie Whelan, the scrum half, saw where the gap was, raced away into the 22. Almost a bit of indecision there among the 3 Glasgow Warriors defenders, and Whelan went in with the second half only 2 minutes old.
Yeah, I don't envy being in that position, wanting to tackle somebody who's running full pelt at you, and sometimes it's really difficult to make that decision when they're coming towards you. She's built up good head speed, she saw the gap right through, and again, I think a really well-deserved try. I think she had a very, very good game today.
Back came Glasgow Warriors though, and it was Louise McMillan who fought her way over somehow, dragging 2 or 3 defenders with her.
Yeah, absolutely delighted for Louise. I think she really deserved that. She was just everywhere all day. She worked so hard, and that is a fantastic try for her to take home with her.
But the Wolfhounds weren't done yet, and after some good work through the forwards, just narrowed the Glasgow Warriors defence. They saw where the space was, they had the skill set to get it there, and it was Katie Corrigan, the right wing, who went over for the 5th try.
Yeah, they can do it with the forwards, they can do it with the backs, they can go through the middle, and they can also go up the wing. The Wolfhounds really can do everything. That was a really well worked try.
And the forwards said they wanted the final say. And a scrum which just seemed to go from strength to strength as the game wore on, marching towards the try line. As it broke up there, Brittany Hogan, the number 8, dived over for the 6th try.
Yeah, I think that's what you call a forward team try. It's a great sight seeing an entire forward pack marching their way forward, and the 8 just picking off the back, flying over the try line.
18 Irish caps for Brittany Hogan, the old Belvedere and Ulster number 8, just showing all her experience there. And a successful conversion by Nikki Cockey. 3 today to match the 3 she kicked against the Clovers after coming on for Dana O'Brien. Went off injured in the first half. O'Brien herself kicking conversions for the first 2 tries. And you can see confirmation of the full-time score here at Scotstoun Stadium. As the sun goes down, it finished Glasgow Warriors 12, the Wolfhounds 40. So round 3 in the Celtic Challenge started with a bang at Scotstoun Stadium this afternoon, and it is the Wolfhounds who pick up the win. They do the double over the Scottish sides. They beaten Edinburgh 7 days ago. They will head back to Ireland, currently top of the table, ahead of Gwalia Lightning's game tomorrow. And elsewhere in the competition, it's the Clovers who take on Gwalia Lightning at Musgrave Park tomorrow afternoon. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. And then Edinburgh Rugby travel to Parky Scarlets to face Brython Thunder. And that game kicks off at 1:30. Well, next week sees a break in the competition, so we can all catch our breath, but we will be back here at Scotstoun in a fortnight as Glasgow Warriors take on the Clovers at 2 p.m. Until then, from all of us here, thank you for watching.